Forget New Orleans. Skip Charleston. This ain't no town square stuffed with tourists. This is Savannah, Georgia. She's a faded debutante, beautiful in the way only a city dripping in Spanish moss and secrets can be. We're not here for the mint juleps and cotillions, although I'm sure you could find those too. We're here for the stories whispered from the cobblestones, the ghosts that linger in the humid air, and the food that will blow your mind. So loosen your collar, grab a glass of something strong, and let's wander down these haunted streets. This is Savannah, and she's ready to tell us her secrets. First on our list, Savannah's historic district, where every corner tells a story. Layers of history stacked like the books in an old library. You can practically feel the echoes of pirates and revolutionaries, cotton barons and debutantes. Cobblestone streets wind past antebellum mansions, their wrought iron balconies clinging to the stories of another era. This is where the ghosts of the past rub shoulders with college kids, and nobody bats an eye. This ain't no Disney-fied version of history. It's raw, it's real, and sometimes it's downright brutal. But that's the beauty of it. Savannah doesn't shy away from its past, it embraces it. Next, indulge in the famous Savannah seafood at the Crab Shack. Look, forget those white tablecloth joints with their fussy French menus. Here, we're talking about paper plates piled high with steaming crabs, shrimp, and sausage. We're on the outskirts of town, perched on the edge of the marsh. The air is thick with the smell of salt air, pluff mud, and Old Bay seasoning. This is the kind of place where you eat with your hands, lick your fingers, and don't worry about getting a little messy. Savannah, a city that simmers in its own history, a place where the past isn't just remembered, it's lived in. The cobblestone streets echo with the footsteps of generations, and the historic buildings stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time. Every corner of this city tells a story, from the grand mansions to the humble cottages, each brick and stone a testament to the lives that have shaped this place. But even in a town steeped in such rich history, you need a breath, a moment to escape the intoxicating weight of the ages. Amidst the whispers of the past, there lies a sanctuary, a place where the soul can find respite and the mind can wander freely. This is where nature steps in, offering a gentle embrace, a reminder that life is not just about what has been, but also about what is and what can be. And for that, my friends, you go to Forsyth Park. This isn't just any park, it's a green oasis in the heart of Savannah, a place where the city's pulse slows down and the air is filled with the scent of blooming flowers and the sound of rustling leaves. The park's iconic fountain stands as a centerpiece, a symbol of tranquility amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life. This ain't just some patch of grass with a bench or two. Forsyth Park is a sprawling 30-acre expanse of greenery, a living, breathing entity that invites you to explore its many facets. From the open fields where children play to the shaded pathways where couples stroll hand in hand, every inch of this park is alive with activity and energy. This is the beating heart of Savannah's social scene. It's where the community comes together, where friendships are forged, and where memories are made. On any given day, you might find a farmer's market bustling with vendors selling fresh produce, artisans showcasing their crafts, or musicians filling the air with melodies that make your heart sing. You'll see families sprawled out on blankets, kids chasing pigeons, old-timers playing chess in the shade of those majestic oaks. It's a place where generations come together, where the young learn from the old and where the old find joy in the laughter of the young. The park is a living tapestry of human connection, a place where the threads of life are woven together in a beautiful, intricate pattern. It's life, raw and unfiltered, playing out under the Georgia sun. The park is a stage, and every visitor is a performer, each with their own story to tell. From the joggers who greet the morning with a burst of energy to the artists who find inspiration in the natural beauty around them, Forsyth Park is a place where life is celebrated in all its forms. You could spend hours here just soaking it all in. The park offers a myriad of experiences, from the simple pleasure of lying on the grass and watching the clouds drift by to the excitement of discovering a hidden garden or a secluded bench where you can lose yourself in a good book. Every visit to Forsyth Park is a new adventure, a chance to see the world from a different perspective. Grab a coffee and a beignet from a nearby cafe, find a spot under a tree, and just watch the world go by. There's something magical about the way time seems to slow down in the park. How the simple act of sitting and observing can bring a sense of peace and contentment. The park is a refuge from the demands of modern life, a place where you can reconnect with yourself and the world around you. You might even forget you're in one of the oldest cities in America. The park has a timeless quality, a sense of being both ancient and eternal. The towering oaks, with their gnarled branches and draping moss, stand as guardians of the past, while the vibrant life that flourishes beneath them speaks to the present and the future. In Forsyth Park, the boundaries between past, present, and future blur, creating a space where anything feels possible. But that's the beauty of Forsyth Park. It's a reminder that even in a place as steeped in history as Savannah, life goes on. The park is a living testament to the resilience of nature and the enduring spirit of the community. It's a place where the past is honored, but not at the expense of the present. Here, history and modernity coexist in perfect harmony, each enriching the other. It's a reminder that even in a place as steeped in history as Savannah, life goes on. New memories are made, stories are written, and the cycle continues. The park is a canvas, and every visitor leaves their mark, adding to the rich tapestry of experiences that make Forsyth Park so special. It's a place where the past and present come together to create a vibrant, dynamic future. New memories are made, stories are written, and the cycle continues. Just like the moss that hangs from those ancient oaks, life finds a way to cling on and thrive. The park is a symbol of hope and renewal, a place where the beauty of nature and the strength of the human spirit come together to create something truly extraordinary. In Forsyth Park, you can feel the pulse of the city, the heartbeat of Savannah, and know that you are part of something much larger than yourself. Just like the moss that hangs from those ancient oaks, life finds a way to cling on and thrive. The park is a testament to the power of nature to endure and flourish, even in the midst of a bustling city. It's a place where the beauty of the natural world is celebrated and preserved, a sanctuary where life in all its forms is cherished and nurtured. Forsyth Park is more than just a green space, it's a living, breathing symbol of the resilience and vitality of Savannah. All right, let's be honest, wandering around historic districts, parks, and cemeteries, as beautiful and fascinating as they are, can work up an appetite. And trust me, in Savannah, you don't want to be hangry. Luckily, this city's got you covered. Tucked away amongst the cobblestone streets and historic architecture is a place where the senses are constantly under assault in the best way possible. A place where the sweet scent of pralines mingles with the salty tang of the nearby river. A place called City Market. This ain't your grandma's flea market, folks. This is a 4-block stretch of pure sensory overload. We're talking art galleries showcasing local talent, boutiques overflowing with one-of-a-kind finds, and enough food stalls to satisfy even the most discerning palate. Whether you're craving low-country classics like shrimp and grits or something a little more exotic, City Market's got something to tantalize your taste buds. And let's not forget the bars, each with its own unique character and potent concoctions. Savannah, a city draped in Spanish moss and steeped in history. But beneath its charming facade, a darker side lurks. A side whispered in hushed tones, a side that emerges when the sun dips below the horizon and shadows stretch long and hungry. We're talking about ghosts, folks. And in Savannah, they're not just the stuff of campfire stories. Here, they're as much a part of the city's fabric as the cobblestone streets and antebellum architecture. Every brick, every building, every gnarled oak seems to whisper tales of a haunted past. Stories of love and loss, of betrayal and revenge, of lives cut short and souls forever tethered to this place. Now, whether you're a believer or a skeptic, there's no denying the spine-tingling allure of a good ghost story. And in Savannah, you'll find no shortage of those. The Savannah Riverfront, a place where the past and present collide in a dance of history and modernity. Here the river flows with stories untold, and the air is thick with the whispers of yesteryears. It's a humid, sultry tangle of history and commerce. Ships from all over the world lumber up the river, their wakes slapping against the weathered bricks of the old wharves. These ships, with their towering masts and steel hulls, are the lifeline of the city, bringing goods and stories from distant lands. You can almost smell the ghosts of cotton and timber, of sailors and stevedores, their sweat and dreams mingling in the air, thick as the Spanish moss hanging from the ancient oaks. The moss, like nature's own drapery, sways gently in the breeze, whispering tales of a bygone era. Yeah, it's touristy, filled with overpriced trinket shops and bars hawking watered-down hurricanes. But beneath the surface, there's a charm that can't be bought or sold. It's in the cobblestones that have felt the footsteps of generations, in the buildings that have stood the test of time. But walk a little further, past the kitsch and the crowds. Venture into the quieter corners where the true essence of Savannah reveals itself. Here, the river's song is clearer, and the stories it carries are more profound. Find yourself a chipped plate of shrimp and grits from a no-name joint with a view. The flavors, rich and comforting, tell a story of their own, a story of Southern hospitality, of traditions passed down through generations. You might just taste a hint of what Savannah used to be, a place where every meal was a celebration and every bite was a connection to the past. The food here is more than sustenance, it's a bridge to history. Look at those ships, massive steel beasts dwarfing the cobblestones. They are the modern-day giants, carrying the weight of the world on their backs. Each one is a marvel of engineering, a testament to human ingenuity. Each one carrying a belly full of cargo, a hold full of stories. Stories of far-off lands and distant shores, of adventures and discoveries. These ships are the storytellers of the sea, bringing with them tales of wonder and intrigue. Stories as old as the river itself, as old as the city clinging to its banks. The river has seen it all, the rise and fall of empires, the ebb and flow of fortunes. It has been a silent witness to history, its waters carrying the echoes of the past. This is the lifeblood of Savannah, the artery that's kept it pumping for centuries. The river is more than just a body of water, it's the heart and soul of the city. It has shaped Savannah's destiny, its currents guiding the course of history. So take a walk along the riverfront, feel the ghosts brush past you and listen closely. The air is thick with their presence, their stories woven into the very fabric of the city. Each step you take is a journey through time, a connection to the souls who once walked these streets. You just might hear them whispering their secrets on the wind. The river with its gentle murmur carries the voices of the past. Listen carefully, and you might catch a glimpse of the lives that once thrived here, their hopes and dreams carried away by the currents. As the sun sets over the Savannah River, the sky is painted in hues of orange and pink, casting a golden glow over the water. It's a moment of tranquility, a reminder of the beauty that lies in the simple things. The river, bathed in the soft light of dusk, seems almost magical, its surface shimmering like liquid gold. Couples walk hand in hand along the riverfront, their laughter mingling with the sound of the water. It's a place of romance, where love stories are written with every step. The river, with its gentle flow, seems to mirror the rhythm of their hearts, creating a symphony of love and connection. Street musicians play soulful tunes, their melodies drifting on the breeze. The music, a blend of blues and jazz, adds to the riverfront's charm. It's a place where art and culture come alive, where every note tells a story, and every song is a tribute to the city's rich heritage. Artists set up their easels, capturing the river's beauty on canvas. Their paintings, vibrant and full of life, reflect the essence of Savannah. The river, with its ever-changing moods, provides endless inspiration, its waters a muse for those who seek to capture its spirit. Families gather for picnics, their laughter filling the air. Children play by the water's edge, their joy infectious. The riverfront is a place of community, where people come together to create memories. It's a place where the past and present coexist, where history is not just remembered, but lived. As night falls, the historic buildings along the riverfront are illuminated, their facades glowing in the soft light. The river, now a ribbon of silver, reflects the city's lights, creating a scene of breathtaking beauty. It's a moment of quiet reflection, a time to appreciate the timeless elegance of Savannah. Riverboats glide silently on the water, their lights twinkling like stars. The river, calm and serene, seems to hold its breath, as if in awe of the beauty that surrounds it. It's a scene that captures the essence of Savannah, a city that is both timeless and ever-changing, a place where the past and present are in perfect harmony. The river's water flows steadily, a constant in a world of change. It carries with it the stories of the past, the hopes of the present, and the dreams of the future. The Savannah River is more than just a body of water, it's a living, breathing entity, a testament to the enduring spirit of the city. People sit on benches watching the river flow by. They are lost in thought, their minds wandering to the rhythm of the water. The riverfront is a place of contemplation, a sanctuary where one can escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and find solace in the gentle embrace of nature. As dawn breaks, birds take flight over the river, their wings silhouetted against the rising sun. The river, bathed in the soft light of morning, awakens to a new day. It's a moment of renewal, a reminder that life is a continuous journey, and the river, with its endless flow, is a symbol of that journey. Fishermen cast their nets into the river, their movements graceful and practiced. The river, generous and bountiful, provides for those who depend on it. It's a relationship built on trust and respect, a bond that has been forged over centuries. The river's rocks, worn smooth by the passage of time, tell their own story. Each one is a piece of history, a fragment of the past. The water flowing over them is a reminder that time is ever moving, and that the river, like life, is a journey of constant change and renewal. The Savannah Riverfront, with its rich tapestry of history and culture, is a place of endless discovery. It's a place where the past and present coexist, where every corner holds a story, and every step is a journey through time. So take a walk along the river, listen to its whispers, and let the magic of Savannah wash over you. Look, I get it. Museums aren't everyone's cup of sweet tea. They can be stuffy, pretentious, filled with dusty relics from a world we no longer understand. But the Telfair Museums? They're different. Housed in a collection of historic buildings tucked away on quiet squares, the Telfair Museums offer a glimpse into Savannah's soul. You'll wander through grand old mansions, their walls whispering tales of opulence and decay, of debutante balls and Civil War heartbreak. You'll see portraits of stern-faced patriarchs and their corseted wives, their eyes seeming to follow you as you walk by. You'll see landscapes painted by artists captivated by the South's languid beauty, its moss-draped trees and sultry light. And maybe, just maybe, you'll feel a connection to the past, to the people who walked these halls, who loved and lost and left their mark on this city. Forget your sterile corporate hotels, the ones with their predictable beige decor and their mass-produced charm. If you want a real taste of Savannah, a taste of the South at its most seductive, you check into the Hamilton Turner Inn. This ain't your grandma's B&B, though you might run into her ghost sipping sherry in the parlor. This place oozes history, dripping with it like the Spanish moss off the trees outside. Built in the 1870s, this grand dame has seen it all: war, peace, prosperity, and enough drunken revelry to make your head spin. Walk through the heavy front door and you're not just a guest, you're practically family. The kind of family that greets you with a stiff drink and a story. The kind that expects you to join them for a long, leisurely breakfast on the veranda, where the gossip flows as freely as the sweet tea. Bonaventure, a name that echoes through the annals of history, a place where the past and present collide in a symphony of silence and whispers. It ain't your grandma's idea of a peaceful resting place. No, this cemetery is something entirely different. A realm where the air is thick with stories and the ground is rich with the echoes of lives once lived. This place, it hums with a different kind of energy, an energy that's almost palpable, as if the very soil beneath your feet is alive with the memories of those who rest here. A weight of history hanging heavy in the humid air, Spanish moss swaying like morbid party streamers. And those graves? They're something else, man. Each one a testament to a life, a story etched in stone. You got these grand mausoleums, testaments to fortunes made and lost, whispering tales of the old South. They stand like silent sentinels guarding the secrets of a bygone era. Marble angels frozen mid-prayer, their faces weathered by time and the relentless Georgia sun. They watch over the departed, their stony gazes filled with a kind of eternal sorrow. It's a goddamn necropolis, more alive with stories than most cities I've been to. Every corner, every pathway, every grave has a tale to tell if you're willing to listen. You walk these paths, worn smooth by grieving families and curious souls like us, and you can't help but feel it. The weight of history, the presence of those who came before. The past is present here, man. It's like you're walking through a living history book. Each page a different story, each story a different life. Generations stacked upon each other, their secrets buried beneath the earth, under the watchful gaze of those stone angels. It's a humbling experience, to say the least. And the stories those stones could tell, man. If only they could speak, the tales they would share would be enough to fill volumes. Tales of wealth and ruin, of love lost and found, of lives lived large and small, all leading to this final, silent resting place. It's a tapestry of human experience, woven into the very fabric of this place. It's enough to make a guy contemplate his own mortality, you know? To think about the legacy we leave behind, the stories that will be told about us when we're gone. But hey, that's what good whiskey's for. To toast to the past, to the present, and to the future. To remember those who came before us, and to make the most of the time we have. Look closer at the gravestones and you'll see intricate carvings, each one a work of art. These aren't just markers of death, they're celebrations of life, of the people who once walked this earth. Family plots with ornate headstones tell stories of entire generations. You can almost see the family gatherings, the celebrations, the sorrows, all etched into the stone. Imagine the old photographs, the sepia-toned memories of families who once stood where you stand now. Their lives, their joys, their heartbreaks, all part of the rich tapestry of Bonaventure. Historical documents and letters, preserved through time, offer glimpses into the lives of those who rest here. Love letters, business transactions, personal diaries, they all paint a vivid picture of the past. Statues and monuments, each with its own story, stand as silent witnesses to the passage of time. They remind us of the impermanence of life and the enduring nature of memory. Through the changing seasons, Bonaventure remains a constant. The spring blooms, the summer heat, the autumn leaves, and the winter frost all add layers to the stories held within these grounds. As night falls, the cemetery takes on a different character. The moonlight casts eerie shadows, and the silence becomes almost deafening. It's a time for reflection, for pondering the mysteries of life and death. And then, with the break of dawn, a new day begins. The light chases away the shadows, and the cemetery comes alive once more. It's a cycle, a reminder that life goes on, even in a place dedicated to the dead. Visitors come and go, leaving flowers, saying prayers, sharing memories. Each visit adds a new layer to the history of Bonaventure, a new chapter in its ongoing story. Tour guides share the stories of the famous and the forgotten, bringing the past to life for those who walk these paths. They are the keepers of Bonaventure's history, the storytellers who ensure that the tales of this place are never forgotten. Local legends and ghost stories add a touch of the supernatural to Bonaventure's allure. Tales of restless spirits and unexplained phenomena keep the curious and the brave coming back for more. Community events and gatherings bring people together, turning the cemetery into a place of celebration as well as remembrance. It's a reminder that life and death are intertwined, that one cannot exist without the other. Personal reflections and meditations are common here. People come to find peace, to seek answers, to connect with something greater than themselves. It's a place of solace, of contemplation, of understanding. In the end, Bonaventure is a final resting place. But it's also so much more. It's a living, breathing testament to the human experience, a place where the past and present coexist in a delicate balance. The stories of Bonaventure are eternal, etched in stone, whispered in the wind, and carried in the hearts of those who visit. They remind us of our own mortality, but also of the enduring nature of memory and love. As the sun sets over Bonaventure, casting a golden glow over the graves, we are reminded that life is fleeting, but the stories we leave behind are forever. And in this place, those stories are etched in stone, for all to see and remember. So take a moment to walk these paths, to listen to the whispers of the past, to feel the weight of history. And remember, in Bonaventure, the past is never truly gone. It lives on, in the stones, in the stories, and in the hearts of those who remember. And as a gentle breeze rustles the Spanish moss, we are reminded that life, like the wind, is ever-changing, ever-moving. But the stories, the memories, they remain etched in stone forever. Bonaventure Cemetery, a place of peace, of history, of stories, a place where the past and present meet and where the future is always just a whisper away. A history etched in stone, a legacy that endures. This is Bonaventure. All right, so we've had our fill of history, soaked in enough spooky vibes to last a lifetime. Now it's time for a little escape, a change of pace. A short drive out of Savannah, past strip malls and the ghosts of roadside diners, lies Tybee Island. Don't let the name fool you, this ain't your typical island paradise. Tybee's got a soul, a grit beneath the sun-kissed veneer. It's a place where time moves a little slower, where the air tastes of salt and freedom. The beach stretches out like a beckoning hand, waves crashing against the shore in a rhythmic symphony. You can almost feel the stress of the mainland melting away with each crashing wave. This is where Savannah comes to breathe, to let loose, to escape the confines of its cobblestone streets and haunted squares. And trust me, after the last few days, you'll be ready to join them. So there you have it, Savannah in all its gritty, graceful, haunted glory. From the cobblestone streets of its historic district to the wind-swept beaches of Tybee Island, this city has a way of getting under your skin. It's a place that stays with you, long after you've said your goodbyes. A place where the past whispers on every corner and the present unfolds with a languid southern charm. Thanks for joining me on this journey, folks. Now go out there and experience Savannah for yourselves. Get lost in its streets, savor its flavors, and embrace its unique brand of Southern hospitality. Just don't forget to pack your appetite for adventure, and maybe a good dose of courage. You're gonna need